If you travel for long enough, you'll experience all these problems and more. You'll also learn that every problem has a solution. Here are 10 of the most common travel problems and ways to avoid them. When it comes to travel problems, I've experienced them all. When you commit to a life of travel, you have to accept that it won't always be a smooth operation. Some trips go perfectly without a single problem, but many don't. Some things you can prepare for, others you just have to react to. The best solution to most travel problems is preparation. Sometimes you'll need to be creative and resourceful with your solutions, but this is also one of the joys of traveling. You can't prepare for every eventuality, but no problem is insurmountable. While the situations and specific circumstances may differ, there are common problems that happen to all travelers eventually. In this video, I will tell you the top 10 common travel problems and how to deal with them. So like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of our uploads. And of course, today's video is brought to you by Tripidabido.com, the premier platform for booking tours and activities in this city, and is the proud sponsor of this video. Interested in traveling, click the link in the description below. 10. Breaking up with a partner. A common travel problem is the breakdown of relationships. As we mentioned before, travel takes you out of your comfort zone. This can lead to stress and frustration. If you're traveling with a partner, this can be magnified. It doesn't matter if it's a girlfriend, boyfriend, best friend, or family member, disagreements happen. When you're living in each other's pockets 24/7, there are more opportunities for these disagreements to happen. The anticipation of traveling is an incredible time. Whoever you're going with, it's an exciting time to plan. Look at photos, make bucket lists, and fantasize about the incredible adventures to come. The reality can be quite different as you discover hidden personality traits and different approaches to problem solving. My advice for traveling with a partner is to be honest and to compromise, but don't compromise your happiness. 9. Baggage not arriving. This is one of those infuriating surprise travel problems. You check your bags in, get the boarding pass, enjoy the flight, and then your bags don't arrive with you. This happened to me, and I was devastated. Luckily, it happened on the return trip, so I could just go home and wait for the bags to arrive. They eventually did 3 days later. If it happens on the outbound flight, it's a different story. According to Airfare Watchdog, on average, airlines lose around 2 bags for every 1,000 passengers, and that includes bags that are temporarily misplaced. That's a disturbingly high number. Certain airlines are better than others, so do some research before booking your flight. Even with all the research in the world, it's still possible to be the unlucky one. There's absolutely no way to predict it. 8. Missing a flight. This all depends on whose fault it was, yours or the airline. If it's your fault, there's very little that can be done. 99% of the time, this is one of the travel problems with a simple solution. Always arrive in plenty of time. If you think there's even a possibility you won't make it, then check the rescheduling rules for your ticket. If you do miss the flight and it was all your own fault, then it's time to beg. Airlines have no obligation to help you if it was your fault. All you can do is explain to the staff in a calm, reasonable manner what happened. Don't shout at them. As emotional as you may be, it wasn't their fault. They're just doing their job, so don't be rude to the airline staff. 7. Running out of money. This can be a major problem which you'll definitely want to avoid. Unexpected things do happen though. Things break, unexpected charges come up, plans change, and emergencies happen. It's impossible to account for every eventuality. Before you travel, research the country you're visiting. You want to have an idea of the general cost of living so you can budget properly. Save as much money as possible, and always try and have an emergency fund which you don't touch. This can be a credit card or savings account. It should have enough money in for a return flight. That's the last resort should an emergency happen and you need to return home. 6. Loneliness. Loneliness is not one of the travel problems which affects everyone, but when it strikes, it can be the worst problem imaginable. There's no single trigger. It doesn't just affect people who suffer from depression or emotional people. No matter how strong or independent you are, loneliness can set in and ruin your trip. It's important to be aware of your feelings. A sudden change in circumstances can really change your attitude to traveling. If things start going wrong and you don't address them, then they can spiral out of control. Being apart from loved ones for an extended period of time is the classic reason. But it can also be as simple as missing a birthday or having nobody to share a special moment with. These small things can add up and really weigh on your mind.